You may have noticed that the URIs you defined to access data all look pretty similar, with the same starting scheme and authority. And it's good practice to store any URI components that you commonly use as constants in the contract class. Remember, the contract is designed to keep track of constants that will help you access data in a given database. So we'll add to it by including the most commonly used URIs and paths. As we've seen, to access data from the task content provider, you needed to define the following URIs, one for the task's directory and one for a single task. And they're comprised of a few parts. After the scheme, there's the content authority, which is a unique reference to the provider. And all of the URIs that our provider recognizes start with these two pieces as a base. So in the task contract, we'll want to define the combination as one constant called the base content URI, which is the scheme and the authority together. After that is a path, and paths point to a specific table or file. And finally, inside your task entry class, you'll want to have a constant for the most specific content URI that combines all of these elements. So let's add these to the contract. So let's open our task contract and add our constants. Let's start with the content authority, which is a string. This is the same authority that you defined in your Android manifest file earlier, so it's actually a good idea to copy and paste it from there. Next, we create the base content URI and import URI. This is an unchanging URI that will be the start of all the URIs we'll be using to access our provider. It's the content scheme plus the authority we just defined. Then, let's include a string for accessing our tasks table specifically. This is a path constant named path tasks that will be appended to the base content URI. If our provider kept track of multiple tables of data, we would include multiple corresponding path constants here. Finally, inside this task entry class in the contract, which keeps track of the data that a task entry contains, you should create a complete URI for these entries as a constant called content URI. The build upon and append path methods append our tasks path to the end of the base content URI. So this final content URI will include the scheme, the authority, and our tasks path. And now it will be simple to refer to these URIs again and again to access data.